So what exactly is a sequence? Consider a sequence as a set of numbers, each of which is obtained from some definite laws. So what do we mean by that? When you have some set of numbers such that you can really say that this is how these numbers are changing, then such sets of numbers can be considered as a sequence. So what are we saying in essence? Consider this example. Let's say we have a set of numbers such that the number it included is 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. Now, this set of numbers can be considered as a sequence, as there is a definite law that shows the relationship between how those numbers changes. And as you can see, the difference between the preceding terms and the preceding terms is just 2, which shows that there is a relationship between those numbers. Another example is even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, then all the way to infinity. We can also have a sequence in form of fraction, like when you have 1 over 3, 1 over 6, 1 over 12, and 1 over 24, like that. So this is also an example of a, I wrote 12 of a sequence. Okay, now what exactly are these values? What are they called in sequence? The numbers that makes up a sequence are called terms. What did I say? Terms. So this 1, 3, they are called terms. Okay, and they do have the way they are actually present in a particular sequence. Okay, now the next thing you need to know is series. You must have been hearing about the both of them, but do you actually know the difference? The difference between sequence and series is that for sequence, it will be a set of numbers that are formed from some definite law, while for series, it will be the same thing, but it's just that it will be the sum of those sets of numbers formed by some definite law. So if it is a series, let me put it this way, it's a sequence. Perfect. Then this is series. Perfect. So now for series, considering the same scenario, it will be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, then plus all the way to infinity. So those terms are going to be added up. And for this next example, that should be 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus like that. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6. Plus 1 over 12. Then like that. So that is just the basic idea behind the difference between sequence and series. Okay, the next we need to talk about is the number of terms, which we also call the general term. This is a formula that helps us to calculate the particular value of a certain term. When you have like up to 5 different terms in a sequence and you actually want to calculate those terms, then you can use the general term to get each and every terms. Okay, now let's consider an example to understand that, because it actually varies for every problem. It depends on the types of general terms given to you. The formula will not be the same in all cases, but let's consider an example. But what you need to know is that if you are given a particular formula and you are asked to find the number of terms, then here's what you need to do. Let's take, for instance, you are given a particular number of term or general term to be equal to this. So typically, general term is denoted as u sub n, and let's say we are given as it to be equals to 2 in a bracket of n minus 1. So what this means is that all the terms that are going to be present in this particular sequence are going to be formed using this certain formula. So what you would like to do is that you start getting each term starting from the first term. So the first term will be when n is equals to 1, the second one will be when n is equals to 2, and this will continue to wherever it is being required to stop. Some question we said you should find the first 5 terms, first 7 terms, first 50 terms, while some we just ask it at the middle of a random value. They said find the 20th term, find the 50th term, find the 10th term. You know, all these things are easier to solve. You just need to replace n with the number of terms that you are asked to find. And as well. So let's begin by finding the first 5 terms. Thank you. Terms of the sequence. So u of 1, u sub 1 will be indeed equals to 2, then multiply by 1 minus 1. So this should be indeed equals to 0. By the time 1 subtract 1, we have 0. Then u sub 2 should be equals to 2 in the bracket of 2 minus 1. By the time we complete this operation, we should have 2. Then u sub 3 will be equals to 2 multiplied by 3 minus 1. After completing the operation, we should have 4, and u of 4 should be equals to 2 multiplied by 4 minus 1, and this will be indeed equals to 6, and u of 5 should be equals to 2 multiplied by 5 minus 1, and at the end we should get 8, and this result will be the set of the sequence. So therefore the sequence will be 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Keep in mind, assuming in the problem given to you, they call it a series, so you won't put it this way. You're going to put it as 0 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. So please make sure you take note of that. If the sequence, what you use to separate those terms is a comma, while if it's a series, what you use to separate those terms is a positive sign. Now let's consider a real example. By the way, you can try to pause the video and check the question outs. So try finding the first 5 terms of a series that is formed by this general term u of n, or u sub n equals to 2, then multiply by n minus 2. Okay, so we have to find u of 1 all the way to u of 5. Pretty cool. Now let's begin by getting u of 1. So u sub 1 will be indeed equals to 2 in a bracket of 1 minus 2, and in the end we should have 1 minus 2 is minus 1, so if you multiply we have negative 2. Then u sub 2 will be indeed equals to 2 multiplied by 2 minus 2, and in the end we should get 0. Then u sub 3 will be equals to 2 multiplied by 3 minus 2, and in the end we should have 2. Then u sub 4 should be indeed equals to 2 multiplied by 4 minus 2, and in the end we should have 4. Then the last one, which is u of 5, should be equals to 2 multiplied by 5 minus 2, and in the end we should have 6. So therefore the first 5 terms of a series that is formed by the general term, which states that 2 in a bracket of n minus 2 will be indeed equals to minus 2. So since it is a series, we are not using comma, plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6, and this is the final solution. Hopefully you now understand the concept behind how to find the value of a certain term given a particular general term. Now let's consider more examples in how to develop our ability in this concept. So try this one. Okay, so if you are given the general term of a particular series, and it says that u sub n to be equals to 2n squared minus 4n minus 6. So find the first 5 terms of the sequence or the series. Keep in mind it is a series, not a sequence. Okay, I'm going to leave that for you to use it as an exercise. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please do it to subscribe to my channel. Alright, thank you. See you.